Hi, my name is Angela Merrill. I'm going to be doing the CIO Viewpoints presentation on rapid changes in technology. This presentation will be discussing an issue that CIOs are constantly faced with that I know we've discussed in class. Just as a introduction here, a firm's competitiveness is significantly influenced by its ability to understand and embrace new product or process technologies. Can you imagine where some of your favorite companies would be if they never invested in e-commerce or a website and continued business as usual? It's kind of the premise that if you're not changing, you're dying. While changes in technology have presented opportunities to some companies or industries, they've also destroyed others, which we have discussed in class at several points. These changes definitely affect other C-level executives, but the CIO is clearly the most affected. These changes are difficult as they are primarily outside of the CIO's control. Also, there's quite a bit of risk and uncertainty when introducing technological changes into your company. And with the speed at which these changes are occurring, if you take the wait and see approach, you may fall behind and lose out on the opportunity. What further complicates matters for management is that these changes in technology must somehow be accommodated within established legacy infrastructure. Your company is most likely using a multitude of existing systems to support its current operations, and constantly changing your entire process to accommodate all of the technology changes is not really realistic, and the process would be very slow moving. Another factor in this is shorter innovation cycles, which have been created from the growing importance of software and knowledge inputs as opposed to physical capital. People with the brain power to innovate and good ideas, as the need for huge amounts of physical capital has been eliminated. Um, some examples of this rapid change include cloud computing, mobile, and big data technology. The CIO Magazine 2013 State of the CIO survey found that 52% of those surveyed reported mobility as the major initiative completed or planned for the upcoming year. This type of initiative topped the survey and is up from 38% reported in 2012. This focus includes mobile devices as well as data and applications. From this table, we can see that business intelligence and analytics, as well as data and as well as cloud computing and big data, is not far behind. Uh, for this report, to give some examples, I'm going to take a closer look at the significant changes that are happening simply with mobile technology and how this is affecting business. Some of the characteristics of mobile devices that make them appealing are: one, ubiquity, which means the user can access needed resources from nearly anywhere. This is an important change for employees of an organization, and also significantly changed how customers are interacting with companies. You can pull out your cell phone wherever you are, any time of day, and access a site. Another characteristic is identifiability. This means that mobile devices uniquely identify the user. An example of this is using your smartphone for email. If you want to check your inbox, you can simply click on the app, which already has all of your personal login information set up. You do not need to open a browser, go to a web address, and then log in each time you want to access these emails. And then a third characteristic that makes them appealing is context awareness. This is enabled by the fact that devices can be geolocated as they contain GPS. This is extremely useful in navigation, as well as finding businesses or people nearby. Mobile technology growth has been driven by the bring your own device, the rapid ascent of enterprise application stores, and high expectations of continual mobile app usability and performance improvements. A 2012 study done by the Radicati Group found that worldwide business mobile devices, which include phones and tablets, are projected to grow from 889 million in 2012 to over 1.4 billion by 2016. This is huge in only a 4-year time span. This graph right here was included in a recent Microsoft study. They found that before 2015, it's projected that mobile internet usage will overtake the desktop. This has major implications on how business is conducted and the type of strategy a CIO puts in place. Beyond mobile technology, here are some other factors affecting how a CIO addresses rapid changes in technology. Adding to the issue is the fact that the average tenure of a CIO is only 5 years, 9 months. Although this number is growing, it's a fairly short-lived as compared to other C-level positions. This can make it difficult for CIOs to balance the operational needs of today with the strategic needs of tomorrow, and it makes it difficult to take risks. Many CIOs shy away from new ways of doing business and follow the trend of addressing immediate issues or firefight during their short time with the company and focus too little on new ways of doing business. Focusing on immediate needs may put your company quickly behind and eventually get you fired, all in all creating this vicious cycle supporting the short tenure. Another factor to be noted is that continuous updates to infrastructure is expensive. The average budget as a percentage of revenue is only 5.2%, as reported in CIO Magazine's 2013 State of the CIO survey. While this number is growing, IS budgets can be changed to put money towards other aspects of the business that immediately affect profits and losses. Also adding to this expense is planned obsolescence. This is clearly an issue in mobile technology discussed earlier. The lifespan of these devices is becoming shorter on purpose, requiring constant updates, and that can be extremely expensive for companies to keep on top of. I also want to point out that technology changes can have lengthy implementation processes and are not instantly put in place. Firms need to research the proposed technology, go through the procurement process, and also train its employees and customers on its use. Depending on the technology, it may become obsolete during the implementation process, putting the company further behind. So the question is, what are some examples of how this may affect strategy? Some CIOs may avoid risks to please constituents and focus too much on immediate issues, again, the firefighting discussed earlier. Other companies may make changes to the business and technology priorities in response to changing customer needs and be more proactive. Depending on the industry and people in place, they may see the rapid changes in technology as an opportunity and increase or adjust the amount of money being spent on IT. Also, CIOs may be finding that long-term IT strategies can be difficult. What may have been a 5 or 10 year plan previously is now only a 2 or 3 year plan that is reevaluated every year or every 6 months. So then the next question is, where do we go from here? I think one major thing is that the future must intrude more on the present. Companies need to keep abreast of new IT and will be willing to take more risks to keep up with the rapidly changing technology, so they can avoid quickly falling behind. CIOs need to be able to link technology directly with competitive business benefits. Disengage from maintaining old technology, even if it means writing off recent investments, and ensure the skills to embrace this technology are available in the organization. Failure is unavoidable when taking risks, and it's important for the company as a whole to understand that it's part of innovation. Risk-taking can easily be confused with incompetency on the CIO's part if communication and consensus about strategy with the rest of management is not present. So it's important that that's in place. To be more specific, the IT infrastructure must be willing to accommodate technology developments like mobile, cloud, and analytics to avoid falling too far behind. It's also important to know what changes are right for your company. Not every new technology is going to be a benefit, and it does not make sense to change in response to every new tech trend that pops up. CIOs need to realize the potential of new systems out there while mitigating risk. CIOs should learn from their own strategies and other companies that have successfully implemented new technology. Do not reinvent the wheel and know how to properly manage disruptive technologies. Suggestions for this are to monitor market development of new technologies and determine whether they are sustaining or disruptive. If a market is present, focus on how this technology can be used and how it will affect the industry to avoid falling too far behind. So just to finish everything up with some discussion questions. What is your company's strategy in dealing with new or rapidly changing technology? Would you consider the role of your CIO, CTO as firefighter or innovator? What are some of the factors that affect your company's strategy, budget, culture, industry? What are examples of rapid changes in technology that have significantly benefited your company or other companies? What factors made this a success? And then, what are examples of rapid changes in technology that have significantly hurt your company or other companies? How could this have been handled differently? And then finally, what are other ways in which CIOs can successfully manage these changes?